What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm just another brown girl in America. Of course, your favorite auntie. Got my co-host with me, Mr. Lee and Spaces. What's going on, everybody?
What's going on? What's going on?
Awesome. Had a few weeks, birthdays, parties, balloons, all the whole nine. What about yourself?
I went to New York. Was it last week or a week before last?
Last week.
Yeah, went to New York, saw a couple plays, then came back to Chicago and saw The Wiz live. So
how was that?
Pretty eventful.
It
was all right.
You're a brother of art.
I have to give it a. I'm debating to this day what I'm going to give it, because in one hand I've been on stage before, so I know what it's like to choreograph all these things, from actual dance choreography to placing people on stage and telling people to go over here at this point and go over there on that point and all that stuff. So I understand it and I've seen it and it was great. On the flip side, it's not, The Wiz obviously is not an original story.
Right.
And they had, it was only, out of all the different people that was dancing, it was about only one main person, only one main male was straight.
Oh, well, yeah, you know that.
Then it was another point. My fault. Go ahead.
I said that was bothering you.
It wasn't bothering me. It was just why?
Because everybody gay and sassy.
And then it was a point where they turned up the music and tried to get the energy going, and they had a gay dude twerking.
Oh no, okay.
See, that'll do it.
Yep. All right. So, Rotten Tomato.
It was great though. I still loved it. It was great.
Yeah, it's a classic. But yeah, I want to go ahead. Anything eventful, Jamel, with you?
Just kids.
Yeah.
Started a new job, quit a new job. So nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, I actually want to go ahead and get into the show. And we don't
wait. How you been? Don't skip over.
Yeah, she skipped over.
I told you when I first started. I said I've been super busy. Birthday parties, balloons, work, work, which is a blessing. So for those of you all who do not know, I own an event design business. And I'm a balloon artist. So I do backdrops and the whole nine, recreate spaces. So that's what I've been busy doing. God is good. Business is picking up.
She did some balloons for me, fam.
What I do? I did balloons for who?
For me.
When?
Sunday.
I'm almost positive that wasn't exactly for you, but almost positive. What's up, Tom? How you doing? We missed you. Join the conversation if you can. If I know how to put it on telephone, I will if you want, if I learn how. But so I know spaces that you say you don't follow sports, but this is not really a sports thing. And I don't know if Jamel, are you made aware of, so were you guys made aware of the comments LeBron made about Memphis?
A little bit, yeah.
When he was on the golf course.
I've heard people talk about it. I haven't seen it myself.
Okay, so quick backdrop, quick summary. LeBron James, which he's not the first NBA player to talk about Memphis, apparently how they do not like going to Memphis, and they really want the what's the name of that team? Lord, I got a brain freeze. He want they NBA. Yeah.
You gonna play the video?
Grizzlies?
No. Yeah, the Grizzlies to go to Nashville. So that's been a whole corn thing. But apparently people are upset because LeBron happened to say it in front of the palm color people.
No, the world.
They don't like that. So Stephen A has something to say about that. Matt Barnes apparently is his friend. And so then he has something to say to Stephen A about that. And it wasn't nice. So with all that, other people started getting involved. They got the back and forth. Now, everybody talking about that. I want to go over to Jason Whitlock because he made a comment and he made a video, and it was kind of interesting on what he was saying. And that is
now Stephen A. don't like Jason Whitlock at all.
right. I know that,
And
but
really, a lot of people don't.
okay, let me finish my introduction.
My bad. Sorry.
So, that's the video that I am going to play. I want you both guys to listen to what Jason Whitlock had to say, and then we'll discuss it after that. Okay. So, without further ado, let me get that up on the screen.
Barnes, rename your podcast All the Woke. That's all you're doing. It's not about smoke, it's about woke. This little fake feud between Matt Barnes and Stephen A. Smith. It's a work. This is WWE. This is a woke mirage where they're trying to build up Stephen A. Smith's reputation as a tough guy.
We've got a badass over here.
And so Stephen A. Smith responds to Matt Barnes criticizing him about his comments over Memphis and LeBron James.
You understand the bullshit you're talking and what that can do to the black community? We all used to have a lot of love for you, bro, particularly me, because you looked out. But we're not going to forget the bullshit you on right now.
And Stephen A. puts together a tough talking video. I ain't scared of none of y'all. I'll come on your show. Matt Barnes.
All right. So that's what he had to say about it. I thought that was a very interesting take, and I'll let you know my thoughts after y'all, but I want you, do you all agree with him? Do you think that could be a thing? That this whole thing is just created to get, I guess, whatever clout. I don't even know why they would try to build a tough guy, but
No.
what y'all think about that?
No. I think if anything, Jason Whitlock and Stephen A. have had it out, and I mean it's pretty nasty. And I mean it's crazy nasty. So it doesn't matter what Stephen A. does, Jason Whitlock gonna have something to say. As far as Matt Barnes was being respectful to Stephen A. because when Matt Barnes really go after somebody, it's so just to give you a history of Matt Barnes is the only player to beat up a coach in his house. Matter of fact, the coach was dating, when he found out the coach was dating his ex-wife, he drove like 200 miles and beat the coach up, hopped the 12-foot fence and beat the coach up at his kid's birthday party. So Matt Barnes is about that life. He's just about that life. As far as Stephen A., no, Stephen A., he gonna live and die by what he's saying. But the problem is Stephen A. is changing from a Democrat to a Republican as far as the mindset. So remember they said the stuff you doing. They ain't talking about just what he said about LeBron. He talking about what he's been saying about how he didn't believe in Kamala. He doesn't trust the Democrats. He's talking about his political views. And Stephen A. still hasn't said that he's a Republican at all. So it's a little deeper than the LeBron post.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, because that was actually one of Stephen A. clapbacks, is that he used this particular incident to try to come after him regarding Jasmine Crockett, because he ended up bringing all of that up, which had nothing to do with it. Now, to your point, Jamel, if he's known for being about that life and he went easy on him, wouldn't that give some weight to what Jason Whitlock's saying?
No, because
if that's the case, then he don't want to go too hard. They just trying to create this, I guess, tough guy image. I don't even know why they would want to do that.
Just remember he said, I'll go on your show. And what I take from that is this. You want to talk about.
Well, that wasn't the whole. Have you seen that whole clip with with Matt Barnes? That wasn't the whole thing.
I haven't seen the whole clip.
Okay.
I saw about that much. And I know Stephen A. felt disrespected by it because that was the other clip that I seen on YouTube. So I didn't watch Stephen A.'s clip only because I felt like LeBron's so big. He literally was just like, look, I'm 41. And he named the hotel that he didn't want to stay at. He said, I don't want to be in I forgot the hotel he said, but I don't want to be in this hotel on a Tuesday. And basically, I guess it's kind of a raggedy hotel. And shoot, I kind of agree with him. And
well, apparently a lot of the NBA agree with him. It's been said. So Stephen A., which that's why I know he's not a Republican or anything like that. What's up, Scony? Is he on there? Maybe he just did that. But yeah, I'm gonna find that video. What you think, Spaces, and we're gonna kind of get the whole full context of it.
Do I think it's staged? I don't know. I don't know enough yet. It's from what I'm gathering, from what I'm learning, it seems like this is a long-term, I guess I don't want to say rivalry, but like a long-term tension that they have going towards each other. I definitely think these people of their stature, in order for them to boost their numbers, they definitely will fake controversy towards each other because they know in the end it's going to boost numbers, because we all know controversy sells. So I don't know enough yet. I don't know enough to really say, to be definitive on whether or not I think it is truly, but it's definitely possible that this is staged.
So why would they want to? So when you saying, and I'm just asking because y'all guys and I'm a girl. So what Jason Whitlock saying, if he's saying this tough guy image, when you taking that as far as numbers, or you saying it like, that's what I'm trying to understand. Why would we want Stephen A. to be a so-called quote unquote tough guy?
Well, Stephen A. has a rebuttal back to Matt Barnes.
Yeah, I'm finna play it. So you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Would y'all like me to play it?
Yeah.
It's a long one, but I'll let you play it.
Put it on.
All right.
Pretty exciting. If it's Stephen A., he done got real passionate on him.
Oh yeah, he's pretty upset.
I appreciate that video.
12 minutes is crazy.
I found nothing disrespectful, not a single word about what you said. And you're absolutely right. We ain't gonna sit up there and include all the trolls and the wannabes and people that's just trying to get their name in the mix for clickbait. We don't need to do that. I appreciate your video. We disagreed. But I want you to know that I didn't find a single word that you just uttered remotely disrespectful, like I found your initial one. I guess the way that I would start off responding to you is by saying, if you fuck with me, how come you didn't call me before you posted the original video?
No, this ain't what I want.
Because we could have had that conversation and then you could have had context.
So this one, that is actually after, because Matt Barnes made another video. That's not what I want. I want him going off on that original.
It's on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, YouTube usually have a long one. So
yeah. I don't know I don't know what Jason Whitlock means when he says Stephen A. is trying to put on this tough guy act.
Right.
Because I've never seen Stephen A. try to be a tough guy. I've always seen him be the talk guy. He always has something to say about something. So if we're talking about that, then I can agree with it. But a tough guy act, nah.
So you got to remember. Well, I don't know if you know. So Jason Whitlock was on Fox, but he recently got fired. So with him being fired and they wanted something else, he was just I guess he was a cancer where he was. So right now he out on his own and he's trying to grow his platform. It's similar to the situations with Anton, where Anton and Corey had their issues, but then you had some people doing stories about them in the negative light. You know what I mean? Not just a story reporting on both sides, but going, oh, I know what's going on deeper with Antoine. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Now you the mind in it. Okay, you know something extra, and that's how we're trying to get. And like Stephen A. said, he's trying to get clickbait. You push mute, Nikki.
This is the one where the original, I think when he originally went off.
See you on my YouTube channel in a whole bit. That was Matt Barnes,
The
former
closet.
NBA player, host on All the Smoke podcast, somebody that I thought was a friend, somebody that I had aspirations to be in business with, somebody that I thought would have the courtesy to reach out and call me before I saw that shit he just said on social media. You know, this is going to be a very interesting podcast episode today, to say the least. Because contrary to what people may want me to do, I am not going to disrespect Matt Barnes the way that he just disrespected me. I got a lot of love for that brother. As he himself said on a video, I've looked out in the past because I got a lot of love for him. He's a brilliant brother. For the most part, good and decent. He's had his own issues in the past or whatever. That's his business. I ain't going there. But what that video just showed was some straight bullshit. And I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would associate straight bullshit with him. But that's exactly what I'm calling it. I'm not hard to find. I'm right here. Matter of fact, Matt Barnes, since you so confident that what I'm talking about is straight bullshit, or I'm tap dancing for white Republicans, or I'm disrespecting Serena Williams and Kamala Harris and Jasmine Crockett, you're welcome to come on this show. Hell, I'll pay the expenses. I'll fly you right in. Come on the show. We can debate that topic. We could have that conversation face-to-face, man-to-man, with the cameras rolling. When Steven Jackson clapped at me a few months ago or last year over the Russell Westbrook stuff that was completely misconstrued and misreported, not by me, I offered to come on y'all show. I invited both of y'all on here, but you came on, Matt. He did it. Nobody backing up. This is some straight BS y'all coming with. So let's talk about it. Let's dissect everything that's transpired so none of us hiding. You got people out here wanting me to sit up there and say, you know, it's all for clicks and all. I know you're a real one, dog. I ain't coming at you like that. And contrary to popular belief, no matter what the hell y'all have said, still got love for you and Stacks. But what you just did, what I just saw, that was fucked up on a multitude of levels. Welcome to the latest edition of Straight Shooter.
So that was part of it. And it was way longer than that, you know. He ran him down. So that was after the original video that Matt Barnes made, calling him out, saying he tap dancing and all this stuff. And we all know people been coming after Stephen A. because he said he might want to run for president. So they looking into him and they after him, the mob after him. So that was kind of that context where he supposedly been tough guy, I guess. So Question is, again, do we think this is? I don't know. Stephen A. don't need no numbers though. I think Jason. I think Jason. I mean, Jason Whitlock might be.
He's the only one out of the three that need numbers. It's like Stack and the other show. It's the show doing well. Jason don't have nobody coming on. Jason don't have no friends. Jason is.
I mean, Jason got conservative followers though, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, him and Anton cool. He done been on there. He get people on there. He just a conservative. That was when he was back on Fox, right? Huh?
That was when he was back on Fox, right?
Yeah.
No, he talked to Jason Whitlock all the time.
Last time I saw him talk to Jason Whitlock was during the presidential election.
No, he talked to him because I believe he talked to him regarding the Corey Holcomb stuff too. He hopped on his
But what I'm saying, at that time, he was still backed by Fox.
This was recently. Fox. We talking about the Corey Holcomb thing.
He just got fired. But I understand, though.
I don't know. I've only seen him on his YouTube channel. I don't know nothing about him being on Fox. So I was assuming that was a long time ago. What you think, Spaces?
No, I didn't get
Is it another angle? Is it something deeper, or they just mad at each other, mad at Stephen A? Because I think Jamel kind of hitting it on the nose. Of course, they after him because they feel like he going conservative. You know, you cannot go after Black women, Black Democrats, especially Black women, or the mob gonna come after you. They gotta reel you back into the plantation. So that's my take on it. They just trying to reel him back in because what Mark Barnes said had nothing to do with LeBron. And for me, Stephen A is stupid anyway, because how you mad because he said it to white people?
I didn't hear what Matt Barnes said yet. But
what Stephen A said was, the thing that LeBron said was that I think that everybody was like, damn, nigga. He said they should move the team from Memphis to Nashville. That was hard.
But all of them been saying that.
But what I'm saying is all of them ain't LeBron. I ain't never heard nobody say it. And all I'm saying is, since I ain't never heard nobody say it, as soon as LeBron say it, I heard it. James that sit 8 rows down. Shoot, LeBron dissed the hotels. LeBron dissed the city. LeBron dissed everything about Memphis. And I guess the other thing is, somebody could be like, nigga, you from outside of Cleveland.
All right. So here is Matt. Go ahead, Spaces.
I didn't get anything as far as a tough guy from that video at all. I don't know what Jason Whitlock is talking about as far as
he on that bullshit, bro. I don't like that.
Now I will say if you go watch the extended version of the Stephen A video, he kind of went in a little bit more. Like he got to telling him that he actually not a reporter, he's not a journalist, he's a a creator. And because I guess Matt Barnes called him a creator, he like, no, I'm a journalist. So this is a little bit of the Matt Barnes.
So I just saw a video of Stephen A. Smith having an issue with LeBron on a golf course with a bunch of white boys, as he put it, talking about Memphis and how they should move to Nashville. And if you've been paying attention on social media, it's kind of a trending topic right now. I played in Memphis, got a lot of love for the city, but there's no doubt that the city needs to upgrade when it comes to its facilities for pro players. But Stephen A., you shouldn't have a problem with that. You're talking about his words and what they mean to the Black community. But you've been the same man in front of the camera for the last handful of months, disrespecting Serena Williams, disrespecting Jasmine Crockett, disrespecting Kamala Harris, and tap dancing for the whole Republican Party, the whole white Republican Party. But you got an issue with LeBron talking about a trending topic, and his words carry weight, and he doesn't understand what his words can do to the black community. Do you understand the bullshit you're talking and what that can do to the black community? We all used to have a lot of love for you, bro, particularly me, because you looked out. But we're not going to forget the bullshit you on right now.
All right, so that is why Stephen A. and Matt Barnes are into it. You muted, Jamel. What'd you say, Stasis?
That was the first one you played.
Yeah, but it wasn't a full thing. That was the whole thing.
Typical dumb, don't know what they're talking about. Black people rhetoric, man. Don't know. Talking about how are he talking about? From what I'm gathering, Stephen A. Smith was talking about. Well, this whole thing is rooted in LeBron's comments about the hotel conditions in Baltimore.
Memphis, right? Memphis, well, the city, period. Yeah, just everything about it.
What does that have to do with Kamala Harris and Jasmine Crockett? What did that do with them?
He on the tip now, so everything he do, they watching.
That still don't matter. That's
what Stephen A. was saying. You use that just so you could bring the whole all the stuff that he had an issue with him about. I could see if they were cool like that and Stephen A. What's up, Sconey? Looked out for him or whatever. I would be upset too if they friends like that. Like, you could have called me, dude, and let me at the minimum let me know that you was finna put a statement or put something out. I think that's how they concrete creators go.
These dudes are too emotional. He's not talking about anybody in particular. He's talking about the city. He's talking about the hotel conditions. He's not talking about the team. He's not talking about Matt Barnes in particular. He didn't even, from what I'm gathering, he didn't even mention Kamala Harris or Jasmine Crockett. What they got to do with it?
Right.
It's listen, man. You know, when you different from other black people, they all chain together and they think you the problem.
Yeah. What's up, Sconey? You hopped on. You got some insight for us?
What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
He gonna say they should come to Nashville.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Can hear you.
Hello?
We hear you.
Okay. Nah, I mean, for those that don't know, when the Titans came to Tennessee, they came to Nashville. The first season was in Memphis. And then they settled in Nashville because, number one, Nashville is the capital, and the richest county, the richest city is Franklin in the state. And that's right outside of Nashville. It's like the money is in Nashville. Nashville, since I've been there 20 years, Nashville was the second largest city. Memphis was the largest city. And back in, I think, 2014, 15, it became the largest city in the state. So it is what it is. The money is in Nashville. What they really talking about is LeBron is a businessman at the end of the day. And what he basically saying without saying, man, I can't even make a play. When I hit that city, I can't open a bar, a restaurant, a club, nothing. Like, it's nothing there. So it's like, yeah, move down the road. We'll sell out the arenas. Because if we being honest, I've never been to a Grizzly game because it's 3 hours away. The money's in Nashville. Everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? Las Vegas. That's the spot. It is what it is. So anybody trying to keep it in Memphis for what? You can buy a plot of land in Memphis, a city lot, for $5,000. Get on Zillow. For what? It's a joke. It really is. It's a joke.
But Memphis does have one thing going for it.
What?
I'm waiting on this.
It's the only city in America that per capita has the most black business owners.
That's probably why they poor.
Well, there's barely white people in Memphis.
No, I'm just saying, but all I'm saying is in Memphis per capita, it's the most business owners, period. Black business owners.
Bruh, at one point, the state of Tennessee asked Mississippi, which borders Memphis, and ask the state of Arkansas, which borders Memphis, do y'all want it? The answer was no. All Mississippi got is Jackson. All Arkansas got is Little Rock, and now they got the place
Blythe.
where not Blythe. Blythe ain't that, man. That's on the other side. That's nothing. Benton or wherever Sam's not Sam's Walmart, wherever Walmart headquarters is, that's done became a city, a thriving place because they moved the headquarters. They bring in everybody there. They bring in infrastructure and all that. But other than that, like they like we rather build a city than take that one and rebuild it. That's a hell of a rehab because how we gonna get the squatters out? Memphis, man, Memphis ain't a real place, bro. They barely got a downtown. Like they
He
saying, we got
said
to
it's
go to
not a
this city
real
and basically
place.
stay in our hotel.
We like Memphis.
I'm saying
Well,
that's what LeBron's saying. I go to any city and I get outside. Not Memphis. I don't even want to be in the hotel.
what's up,
Now
Snow
think
Bunny
about that.
Bag
You don't
Chaser?
want to be.
I'm
You
sorry.
know what?
That's wild.
Is he breaking up?
In the hotel.
No, but he live in Nashville, so I know he's telling the truth. So you agree with you agree with LeBron?
Yeah. For the first time in a long time.
Now, did you hear the so my original video was the Jason Whitlock is saying that this is like the WWE and they just trying to like boost this to get numbers, fake make him a tough guy, whatever that means. Do you agree with Jason Whitlock on the whole conflict with Matt Barnes and Stephen A. Smith?
No, but two things can be true at the same time. Just like
No, he breaking up.
He breaking up.
He did say this though. He said two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah, Jason Whitlock don't like Stephen A. like Jamil was saying. So he always gonna throw any kind of stone. But at the same time, I think it's a real beef with them. But the tough guy, he don't like Matt Barnes them either because Matt Barnes them they smoking weed on camera and it's like, man, y'all supposed to be, role models and y'all not really y'all being role models for the culture. You continuing the culture. And just like Jamil was saying, you were saying he about that life. I disagree with you, Jamil. Like you ain't about that life because you whooped Derek Fisher.
Well, he had a couple other.
You got to put a name on it. What skirmishes, man? Listen, man. Matt Barnes a light skin. He got light skinned nigga energy, bro. Real
Wait
talk.
a minute. Wait
That
a
is
minute.
colorism.
Wait a minute.
Hey, it sure is. It sure is.
Hey.
And look, all you gotta do is listen to him. Like they say, they get high. He said he played most of his games high. Like, I mean, that say something about you, bro. That's like saying I can't talk to girls unless I'm drunk.
Can they do that?
It say
I
something
thought they were
about you,
supposed
bro.
to be drug free.
No, it's illegal, right? But I mean, he out the league now, so he just like I said, you putting your business out there. So again, you saying something about yourself. I'm judging you, my nigga. You feel me? If you gotta play high, like that's some anxiety type shit. You feel me? You nervous?
Yeah.
You scared? I thought you a hooper. LeBron don't get high. Jordan didn't get high. So again, it just say something about you that you don't see about yourself. Them niggas blames to me. Him and Stack 5, they two goofies. They to me, y'all grown ass men, you a gangbanger. Talking about you a blood. You know what I'm saying? You checking in fucking O Block. I'm from Chicago. That's some goofy shit. Language on your platform, love. But nah, that's some goofy shit. I don't respect Stack 5. You just a tall goofy. That's it. Matt Barnes, light skinned tall goofy. Y'all Amos and Andy. That's how Whitlock look at them. That's how Whitlock look at them. And me too. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with everything Jason Whitlock say, but that's one of them. Y'all Amos and Andy. Y'all, man, bruh. Stack 5 jumped on the What's the dude that got killed with the knee on the neck? You jumped on
Yeah,
his bandwagon like that's my brother. That's your man. You ain't talked to that nigga since you was in AAU. Stop it, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. You say goofy shit that don't make sense, and you make it make sense. Man, that's my brother. That's my brother. Where he been? Where you been?
they look alike though.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it. That's
Right.
what you going on. You knew that nigga. Like I know a lot of niggas in Chicago. I get killed. I don't jump online and try to get clout like, yeah, I knew him. So okay, you knew him. Why you wasn't in his life since you know him? That's clout chasing 101.
Yeah.
I ain't heard you say that
1000%.
man's name in years since he got killed. Cloud chasing 101. Plus, like I said, man, y'all grown as hell smoking weed on camera and man. Listen, bro. Man, listen. I don't want my kids to like you. Just because of your own camera presence, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man,
Yeah. It's
y'all
almost
goofies,
like
man.
how
Do
women
that
feel
shit in
about
private.
what's her name?
What's good, Snow Bunny? Appreciate you for being here.
I
I'm
know.
1000% agreement with Sconey. I think as soon as he started talking about you disrespecting Kamala Harris and all that stuff, bro, that just reminded me of what Sconey
Man,
was talking.
Kamala Harris a
Didn't
goofy.
he have
She another
Kamala
goofy.
Harris?
I ain't never even heard Kamala Harris talk like for 4 years.
Didn't
Like
he
she
have
was a
Kamala
vice
Harris for
president.
one of them on his platform during the
Man.
presidential election?
Which one? Who?
Yeah.
All the Smoke?
Yeah.
That's the name of their platform, right?
Oh, yeah, I don't watch his platform.
Yeah.
And they did the same thing that all other platforms did with Kamala Harris and ask her the softest questions
Softball questions.
that they could possibly ask them. Yeah, these guys are.
You gonna do a good job, Kamala?
Y'all playing the game.
Is you gonna do
Or
it?
should I say they own code? They own code.
Right.
That's all that shit is. You own code. But
All of them
see,
are
my thing
shields.
with the own code, I'm cool with code. I'm cool with code if the code is righteous. Y'all ain't on a righteous code. Y'all on some goofy shit, man. Listen. Your platform is about getting high, talking basketball. Then y'all start getting into politics. When you rolling over into politics, you out your lane. You out your lane because all y'all gonna do, you just going with the flow, rolling with the talking points. And I don't want to hear that. I listen to every speech, every interview Kamala had intentionally. I wanted to hear what she had to say. She said nothing. It got to the point where I started finishing her fucking sentences. It's goofy, bro. All
But
this
she
stuff is
definitely
just
said
goofy,
the same thing in every interview.
Yeah, she's waiting on opportunity to roll with one of her lines. Bro, you a comedian. She was chasing bits, bro. She was chasing bits. That's all it was. And listen, it was just a nonsensical. And listen, her party set her up. I can rant forever about Kamala Harris. The lady was set up. She wasn't put there to win. She was put there to lose. Because
you know what?
This
what I didn't. This what I didn't like about Kamala, and I don't even like to bring. Number one, I felt like when the world knew the president had kind of lost his mind, when everybody knew Biden was gone, and they asked her, and she looked America in the face and was like, "Oh no, he's fine." Come on, fam. Why are we playing?
And this is the person you're standing behind, Matt Barnes?
Like any man would have said, "No, I'm going to be president now because it's my job to take over." When he lost his mind.
That's what she should. She was smart and wanted to be president. That's what she would have done.
If she would have did that on Earth, now my respect would have been different because I had to go. Oh, but this was she should have been did this.
Yeah, she put it all in her book. I'm like, these people crazy. But anything else on this? I do want to got one more.
Jamel, she put it in that book because nobody's gonna read it.
What book? Look, I'm like, what? Why would she have a book?
It's like I think it was called 107 to represent the 107 days she had to run.
Because nobody's gonna read it.
But that sounds like you whining. You
right,
can't
and she gonna tell y'all it was a shit show.
They asked her 50 million times.
Nah, she didn't do it to herself. She let them. They convinced her. No, that she was told to do. She was told what to do. Listen, all you got to do is go watch House of Cards. Go watch House of Cards when Kevin Spacey, I forget dude's name, to run for president and told him he was gonna be his vice president, only to make his ass a patsy so that he could get him impeached and become president. That's Kamala. Just watch the show. Kamala Harris is that white dude. They talked to her. They told her you could win. Yeah, you think so?
She
They
knew she
thought
couldn't win.
they
We're
thought
gonna get
saying
Trump
she was
out.
black, that she was gonna lock it
It
in
wasn't happening.
with all the women and all the black votes, and the only people that did it was the 92%.
They the ones told her not to
women.
say it.
But here go the other part that bothered me.
They was
How
the
you
ones telling her not to go for the black thing.
You ran in California under Indian, right? She ran as an Indian
Right.
in California. This is like in the world. How you gonna try to run black?
Because they count on the people
She
to
didn't.
forget.
Well, nobody
People-
gonna forget that. That
No,
was too
people
easy.
don't go back and look. None
Man,
of these people that voted for her, they ever seen that, knew that, listened to it. They don't want to believe it. And as far as they concerned, if you got one drop of blackness in you, then you black. And I just don't buy that no more.
And then if people went back and
Man,
looked
that
at
lady
history,
said she watched
and
Greens in
while-
the tub, man.
While
Right.
Matt Barnes is talking about his
I
support,
don't like
and the people of his while they're talking about support for Kamala Harris, if they would look back at any one of her previous, no, I won't say anyone, but a particular aspect of an interview that she did, she said, "I'm not." There's what she say. Helping black people means like I would rather help make all tides raise, like the tides raise all ships or something like that. Anyway, the part of
the
interview,
things she said all the time.
Tides
she
raise
said,
all ships.
I'm not going to do anything specifically for
Tides
black
raise all
people.
ships.
She said that. And while Matt
Right.
Barnes is running his mouth about Kamala Harris and
And
all
then
the
she
people of
and
his
then
life,
she she
why don't you
tried to
refer
do
to
it.
that? Why don't you refer to the fact that I have a video in my phone right now, and I can't find it on YouTube. It's probably somewhere. I just need to dig a little deeper, but I screen recorded it on my phone. She said she's going to be the first governor of East Asian descent.
Yeah,
Why don't y'all refer to that when y'all talk about her?
of course.
Tell me some things that she's accomplished, Matt Barnes. Tell me some things that she's accomplished that would make you think that she's fit for the role of president of the United
Not to
States.
mention, she was responsible for locking up a lot of black families.
No, record number. The record.
Yeah.
She holds the record.
So, we must not be unburdened.
She can do
by
the
what has been
WWF belt
undone.
for locking up black men for nonviolent crimes. She's number one ever. But here's the
See,
thing:
the
it's
crazy-
not even a race
all the-
thing to me. With nobody that I vote for, it's definitely not
Hold
race.
on. Now, this is a good point, y'all. While he's smoking weed on camera, Snow Bunny
Hell
been
no,
chased the
Remember when they asked her about it? Does she smoke weed and all she could do was start laughing?
That's all she ever did was laugh.
Well, this one was different. 'Cause
Cackle. Yeah.
Yeah, when they asked, they was like, "You locked up all them people for weed," and the next order was, "Well, do you smoke weed?" Instantly start laughing, and this is where I was already done.
Talking about she was smoking weed with Tupac.
See,
I do
the
not
thing
believe
is, at the end of the day, Democrat voters call people that black Republicans coons and Uncle Toms and all that nonsense. But the true coons and Uncle Toms, or should I say better, the true House N-words are Democratic leaders, black Democratic leaders, because Obama, you became president. Who did you take up the ladder with you? They never bring anybody with them. That's what a House N-word does. You get out the field and you don't worry about nobody in the field. You just talk about the field. They have helped nobody. Ain't that the definition of a House N-word? Somebody just trying to get their ass out the field.
But you know,
Pick
some of
the
Miss
ladder
Mabel
down
good pie,
behind you.
some of that sweet tea. Yeah.
Hey Scone, if you
They
mind,
talk about the millionaires. Go ahead, bro.
do you mind if I was mad and I had this whole conversation with myself like a crazy person. But what you saying is so real. But let's take it a step further. When you talk about Republican men and Republican people being coons, check this out. I was watching it was a basically I gotta get it. But basically they were talking about the 4 black judges, and they were talking about how they some like 4 little coons or whatever. They called them 4 little coons. And in my head, all I can think about was cooning ain't being a judge. But in my opinion, if you sold dope in the hood at that time, you was cooning because you was doing what they wanted you to do. If you steal from the store at that time, you was cooning. If you begging at the gas station at that time, in my opinion, you was cooning. You know what I mean? If you breaking in and robbing
Yeah,
at that time,
you
I
being
believe
you being a
you
loser.
cooning
You being a
because
loser, and that's not black culture. I don't know. I don't understand how black culture has reduced itself to being losers.
we've
And
always
then
been the hardest
that's the
workers.
thing, man.
Look, when they say we built this
Man,
country, they meant them. And let's take it further than that. We believe in hard work. We used to respect hard work. A lot of us came from somebody that was working hard. Like I get that some of that stuff being black, you don't
man.
want to do no more. But if you can't get what you need to get, you got to go to work. Like
Well, the thing
if I
is, you
lose
black, you don't want
everything
to do
I
no more.
got right
You
now,
might not want to build nothing for everybody else.
no. But I definitely can hold myself accountable quick. If I lost everything, if I lost my house, if I lost my job, if I lost my right, the people that know me, they gonna tell you, well, he'll be back up. Why? Because that's how I am. I never had I ain't had an opportunity to be able to quit. I couldn't imagine me at the gas station begging. And I mean, and I'm gonna say this: you need something, you need something. But man, you ain't gonna see me at the gas station for 2 weeks. I can't imagine that one. But I feel like, man, all right, just to say it like this, I wanted to sell dope, y'all. I'd have been cold at it. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, and this was the difference in my story. I knew that if my grandmother found out, I knew that if my auntie found out, I knew that if my mother found out, my heart would have been broken. And I've had the opportunities from great opportunistic heads of that game. And it's just like, no, I can't do that to my people. You know what I'm saying? Because I care. And it's not to disrespect nobody else that had to do it. Because here's the thing. Sometimes your mind just different. But for my mind, I couldn't do it. I thought that was, just like y'all say, what they want you to do. Because if the road for black men is school to jail, well, how I'm gonna go to jail? Oh, get caught selling. How I'm gonna go to jail? Oh, get caught stealing. How I'm gonna go to jail? Oh, get caught killing somebody. These
Nah,
are the
nah.
things.
So what they do is we work hard on not going to jail for getting away with it. That's what the culture has become. Literally, everybody is working hard on beating the system. You hear people. You got attorneys out here talking about, I help y'all. I beat murders. You beat murders, or you get people acquitted. You make sure people get found not guilty because they're innocent. That's a difference. That's this is the shit that I can't stand, bro. Like all these, it's a dude in Atlanta called himself the fly attorney, I think he called it. He really had a name and everything. The judge in courts have called Bentley, and you know,
Hold there for 1
this
second.
dude
Scone,
probably
you going in and out.
60
Oh, there
years
you go.
old.
Stay that over, Scone. You had went out.
My bad. Yeah,
Okay. Hello.
it's an attorney. He about 60 years old.
Hello.
Hey, that's the people blocking it.
Yeah,
Hello.
he going out. I was actually trying to look for this clip because y'all was talking about the Democratic Party, and it was a clip I had seen on Samuel L. Jackson, and it explains exactly how this thing works in their role in Django. And basically, if you're thinking about it, like they see this man coming up on the gun with a gun, something they ain't never seen, and
No, on the horse.
Well says we got to get that Negro
On the horse.
We got to let them put them in check. We can't let them know that this is a thing. We can't let them get comfortable. So, you know, you got to reel them back in. But on that note, I want to move on to this little subject right quick. We'll probably be like 20 or so minutes on this, but I thought it'd be fun. Something we haven't done in a while. So I am going to play this video and y'all let me know what y'all think means.
Normal for a married man to retreat to solitude when conversations get tough for months.
What's happening in that solitude?
He will go into the basement.
And you'll have no interaction during that time?
Not even 2 words.
The only place I can hide in the house with a woman I no longer want to be married to is in my basement. Period. You ready for the next question? Because when a man is in the house and he does not want to talk to the person he lives with, it is a problem. We're going to go to childhood. We're going to go to all these different things, but maybe his problem is you.
You lucky that we almost that we.
No, I'm just saying. Sometimes that nigga. Yes.
Now she said that he was in there for months.
Yes.
We're not going to excuse that because we as women don't get a chance to lock ourselves in a basement for months and not be able to talk to you.
Yes.
We still have to show up as a wife, right? I still got to show up as a wife, as a confidant, as a friend, as a therapist, as a cook, as a sex slave, and everything else. I got to show up, right? I can't sit and play on games for no months.
Exactly.
So therefore, y'all men need to get that under control. When your wife is talking to you about a tough conversation and a concern, stop hearing it as white noise and hear it as a woman that God assigned to you and treat her the way that you're supposed to treat her. So we're not going to keep on excusing this. We're not going to be telling women it's because he don't want to be married to you no more. It's because he has not developed the capacity that he needs to develop. That is his responsibility. Y'all want us to play therapist and show y'all how to be men in these relationships. Figure it out.
No. Clap it up. I love it. Clap it up. Clap it up. Yes. I agree with you, which further drives my point home. It sounds like that man quit. And a lot of times men don't leave the relationship. They quit on it, so you leave. Because guess what that allows me to do? Blame her when she leaves. She broke up my family. She took the kids. She this and she that. I get to not be the bad guy because I made you leave because I quit. I stopped fighting. I stopped trying. I stopped arguing. I stopped communicating. I didn't want to go to therapy. I went to the basement and I waited for you to get fed up enough to leave me. Because when you leave me, I get to cry to my friends and say, she don't understand me. It's not a safe space. And it gives me that sympathy card. I'm telling you, I know somebody that's quitting on a relationship when I see it. And everything they said just further highlights my point. A man that cares just a little bit would say more than 2 words to you.
Yeah.
And so
So my question is, men, is that a tactic of you all's to make a woman leave you versus you just being man enough to leave?
Oh, I want to go first.
No. Go ahead, Space.
I'll take the last.
You've been censored.
I've been to 3 tonight's conversation shows, and I just want you to know that the absolute slums, I mean the bottom of the barrel of people go to these shows. And
What?
I'm talking about, it is
My man.
disgusting, the stuff that they so
My
at the
man.
end of the show, they have people go up and ask questions and what you saw in that video. I've seen the worst, it's the audience is probably 95% women, right? So the
Single women.
dumbest stuff I've seen clips of, actually not even clips, I've seen in person where women ask, how can I convince my husband to allow me to keep my side dude?
Right.
What?
How can I convince all of the men that I'm dealing with to be okay with that they all are in my life? We're talking 5-6 men. So to see,
Right.
and one of the people that I despise the most is Ace Metaphor, which is the guy that
Yep.
was on the only guy that spoke on the clip.
That's his platform.
This his show?
Yeah, it's his show.
Yeah, that's his platform.
So he's going to say whatever it
just him.
is that a woman is going to want to hear, even though
To
it
hear,
is detrimental to the relationship. And that's
so you
why
think what he said was wrong?
It's wrong.
What was wrong about it?
Well,
we don't go to the we don't go to the basement because we want to leave the relationship. We go to the basement because
don't be clowning tonight.
Nah. You don't go to the basement. You go to. I'm gonna tell you why why men go to the basement. Not say he full of shit. Ace Metaphor. But a man go to the basement because
that's the only place he finds peace.
Platforms, they push this, but they push this emotional, all these fucking buzz fragrances and what they say, a man got his feminine side and his emotional intelligence and all this bullshit. And how the hell he gonna be a man and a woman? That's the fucking problem. These women want you to be a man and a woman at the same time. Whatever's convenient, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come in and talk to me, be my girlfriend, and don't be my man, and then be my man later. That shit is ridiculous. Like, that's the whole thing. It's ridiculous. I love Kitty. Kitty come with the most rational takes.
I like
that.
Especially
that one was stupid,
talking to these women.
Yeah.
Is that her name, the girl? Did you say Kitty?
Yeah, the dark skinned chick, Kitty. Yeah.
So you think it's okay for a man to retreat for months and not talk in a house?
No, I don't. No, I don't. Not at all. But see, the question, like Kitty, if you let Kitty cook long enough, you see how Metaphor made it on him. That's him. He's a loser. He a kid. He a child. He's supposed to take care of his woman. He capes for women, where Kitty always holds a woman accountable. If you gave her if he wouldn't have interrupted, she wouldn't understand. But what is going on that's making him to why he, because you married him, he had something. So you unpack what's in the basement now. Relationship. I can't say who did what, who started or whatever, but
yeah, we need
both.
to know why.
It's both. Two things can be true at the same time. Some drove him in the basement.
All right. So after Snow Bunny Bag Chaser want to hear your why spaces, and after spaces, Jamel, you can go ahead.
No problem.
I know you you had a lot to say, so I don't want
it's crazy how, like, it's almost saddening how you hear these conversations, you hear tonight's conversation come up, and then you go back and watch old shows, TV shows, listen to old videos, and it's these conversations are 80, 90, 100 years old. Even more than that, probably. It's these same conversations. And what I find consistent in all of these conversations is as long as the person that's talking is saying what a woman wants to hear, that's going to contribute to the detriment of the relationship. A man is not going to the basement because he's checked out of the relationship. He's going to the basement because he's trying to get away from you.
That's what he said.
But no, he said he's checked out of the relationship. He just wants her to leave first.
Right, but I see if you going in the basement. We talking about going in the basement and pretty much no contact, no words, nothing said, nothing spoken.
I don't. That's how I know that there's more to the picture, to the situation that she didn't push.
I believe
because she knew that she was the problem in the situation, so she left out all of what she contributed to it. He didn't just shut down because he had a bad day at work and stayed in the basement for months. He shut down because she's a terrible woman. I'm willing to bet, and he didn't want to hear her mouth. So he goes to the basement because he knows where the remote is. He knows that's where the last thing he touched is. None of the stuff that he has to deal with, she has to touch. That's where he finds peace because he's not finding peace with you. You are the problem. That's why he's staying in the basement.
So the relationship over, right?
No, it's not. It's not.
So
it's
if
not
they're
over.
not talking, how it's gonna be fixed?
I don't believe he was in the
An
basement.
apology probably need to be had somewhere.
Because a lot of times when men shut down to the point where they're gone in the basement for months, so he never come out to eat, he never come out to go to work, he never come out to do
he didn't
nothing.
talk to her, so he basically wasn't there.
Come on, do you really believe that?
Yeah, I've been in that situation.
And no, how was your day? No, are you coming home? No, can you get this? No contact whatsoever.
You might as well be there by yourself. Yeah, they come, they go where they go, and then that's that.
So it's okay it's not okay for him to shut down, but it's okay for her to leave.
What?
But where's the point in the situation where she didn't qualify this in the conversation? She didn't say, I tried to talk to him and see what was wrong. That's what I'm trying to say. He didn't just up and out of nowhere say, I'm going to go.
She know it's wrong.
To himself, I'm going to go to the basement and not talk to you anymore. 19 times out of 20, when a man shuts down like that is because he's tired of his wife and she's not being the woman that he wanted her to be when they got married.
All right, Jamel, what you think?
As a person that really don't like arguing at all, I don't like raising my voice. If I said it and I meant what I said, I ain't really with the repeating. But 2 months, I think he checked out and probably made his mind up on some other moves. Because what happens is when you go into the basement every day for 2 months, you need the space to look for your next move. You need the space to figure out your new life. So when it get that deep, I do agree with dude. Not for every man, though. Not for every man. I agree with dude that some men, with men, it's not a every. But at the same time, a lot of times men believe, or one person in a relationship believes that they have the right idea for the relationship, and they feel so strongly about that idea that this not the idea you get to disagree with. This the idea, because men really only stand. I only stand as a man on about 4 or 5 things. The rest of it, I don't really care what happened. You control
That's the problem.
What I mean is this, Spaces.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you.
If I come home and my lady painted something green, I might say some little goofy stuff like, dang, what you making a house for the leprechauns? But I'm not really caring. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really thinking about it. If she cooks something, and I might not even like peas, but I'm going to eat them. I don't really have no big thought. I got home and, oh, you made these raggedy ass peas. I'm not finna say that. I'm finna be happy that she at least made them peas. But certain things I feel differently about. And sometimes it's a big deal, and maybe people can be dismissive over what you said. You know what I mean? And I think it was just something that he might have felt differently about. And it had to be something big though, because it couldn't be nothing small. This had to be a big one. 2 months, either he found out that baby ain't his, and I don't even want to say that that's what that conversation is, but 2 months, it was something that was big.
And that's my point. That's my point. He didn't just up and say, you know what, I'm checked out. I want to go to the basement. She left out what led up to that. Like, this is something that, and I agree with you. Baby wasn't his. She took some money and bought something that she wasn't supposed to in a joint bank account. It doesn't take much to make a man happy.
And she had that goofy smile on her face.
Because she know she's a terrible woman.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And she know Ace is gonna give her what she want to hear.
And I went up and asked questions on tonight's conversation. They didn't have answers for my question. Because I asked the questions that's going to shut down all of their arguments, and it's not good for business. So they just didn't answer.
Well, you did say that was the lowest of the low. Damn.
It's the lowest of the low, bro. It smelled like weed, sweat, pennies, and it's just awful. It's the lowest of the low people.
Pennies, bro.
You know where I'm going with that.
Garbage truck juice. Broke niggas everywhere.
You muted, Miss Nikki.
I do not agree that people should not talk. Say what you're gonna say it with your chest. Because a lot of times men will do that type of stuff, and women probably, but I'm just talking about men now, because people act like men ain't emotional creatures and they don't act like children. They'll have a problem and won't even say nothing about it. They just retreat. So in that situation, if you're dealing with
Nikki,
I wanted to let her finish.
Yeah,
if a man retreated,
let me finish. He retreated because he is a clown. That's why he retreated. They retreat because they cowards. That's how I feel about it. Like for me, if you a man, you yell and bump your chest about everything else, say what's wrong. But you don't just go up there or go down there and not say anything. Meanwhile, the other person is oblivious to something even being wrong. Like for all she know, you could just be depressed about something. Who knows? I don't think that a conflict should send somebody to the basement unless it's been said that, look, this over. I'm sleeping down here. You sleeping up there. Don't talk to me.
If it's gotten to the point where
I just think that men, especially when we're talking about
let me
y'all
show you
platforms,
your
the manosphere, these are children that we dealing with a lot of times. And I don't think y'all understand that it's a lot of
two things can be true.
Boy, men out here.
If it's gotten to the point where he's choosing to stay in the basement for 2 and 3 months at a my fault.
What'd you say, Scony?
I was gonna say, Nikki, you being a hypocrite, because I'll ask you, what do you consider a man that yells at a woman? Ain't that a coward? A man that slaps a woman.
No, I wasn't saying yell at nobody.
So, no, I'm saying these are your options. You can argue, you can be quiet and talk normal and have conversations after conversation about the same thing, and then be like, you know what? Clearly, this shit ain't getting through to you. We having the same redundant conversation, so I'm gonna just be quiet and go in the basement and leave you be. Now I'm a coward. That's what you just called that man. So it's like,
yeah,
damn,
because
if he do,
we
damn
talking
if he
about,
don't,
but
damn
you
if
gave
he
a
beat
different
your
scenario. You gave a totally different scenario. You said the same conversation.
No, he's telling you how
arguing.
the quiet starts.
Don't
no man just be quiet because it's Tuesday. He quiet because the conversation that reached this.
Yeah.
Or no conversation was had at all, and then you just expect somebody to know what your issue is.
You know how you look. You just called that man a child, right? What would you consider?
I call somebody that cannot open their mouth and say what they want. A child or a man that go in the basement.
That's a
and
child.
wait for me to
That's a
leave.
child, but don't you got children, right? Let me
Yeah.
give you another characteristics of your children, just like mine. Don't you have to tell your children to pick up behind themselves over and over and over and over, and they don't do it, right? That's a childish characteristic. So a woman that you're telling over and over and over something, is that not childish behavior?
But what if they're not doing? Then my point is, you operating on the fact that they might be then told this person something. I'm operating off the
You
fact that
operating on
he
the
might
fact
not
that
have
they
said
haven't.
anything.
We're both hypothetical. How your hypothetical gonna beat mine? Cause it's your platform.
No.
Well, that's the
No,
thing,
I'm
though.
saying I was
It's
saying
not hypothetical. That's what I'm saying.
no. I was
I
saying you
agree.
were
Listen,
answering
two
my
things can be
question.
true.
Go ahead.
That's the thing, though. What we're saying is, and I
I
think
was asking
Scotty
a
and I are
question.
saying, it's not men for the most part. Obviously, not all. Generally speaking, men don't just get mad at one thing, shut down off of that one thing, don't say nothing, and then go in the basement for 2 and 3 months and not talk to you. It's after having the same conversation over and over and over and over again, and instead of you acquiescing to what's supposed to be happening, you're constantly nagging them about whatever the situation is that you may not be happy about, or you may not be happy with the results about. So, like I said from the beginning, he's not happy. He's not checked out of the marriage. He's just trying to get away from you.
You checked
Because
out
in the
the marriage.
basement is the
If
only
you
place
trying to
where
And
get
he'll
those
away
find
from me,
peace.
you checked out.
conversations, that's fair, but that doesn't necessarily have to be the viewpoint or the perspective. It's like, I just don't want to argue. How about that? I just don't want to argue. I just don't want to argue.
I don't
I
think
don't
it
want to
have to
fight.
be an
I don't want to go
argument.
back and forth.
And you got to understand, when men understand their role as the leader of the house,
They don't yell. They don't scream. It's an argument.
and when certain times, it's just my way or the highway. It ain't no. I already said this, and this what it is. That's it's over. Now we can act like it's over, but when I realize you're not respecting the head or the lead, nah. I'm
So
gonna just
Snow
go.
Bunny said, doesn't it take more energy to go silent rather than communicate?
It does.
No,
No, it doesn't.
no. How it it takes more energy to cut the grass than not cut the grass. And if you don't cut the grass, the yard becomes a fucking mess. If you don't have to do nothing. Chaos takes less effort all the time in any situation. Chaos takes most of the time nothing. So again, him going in the basement is just you ruining the relationship in the grand scheme of things, of course, because nobody's putting any effort into making it different. And that's where a lot of relationships go left, because everybody's trying to figure out what comes first, the chicken or the egg. Am I the chicken? Are you the egg? Am I gonna go first? Am I gonna lead? And it's supposed to be the man. If those two people believe in leadership and that he's the lead. But in today's world, we are partners. Okay, so partner, go then. But you the
But
man. But you said we supposed to be partners.
a lot of times the men not respected like they supposed to be. Like,
just like I was saying.
Yeah, but a lot of these men, they won't respect that they have not even earned. Like they want the title of a role that they're not even actively doing.
It's too late.
Even if
two
you accepted the role of a wife, baby.
But even at the same time, even if that man can't, if he don't have that respect, he still should leave when he realizes he don't have the respect he deserves.
I want to make a point piggybacking off of what Spaces was saying, but I can hold the thought.
No, go ahead.
So when Spaces was saying it's the lowest of the lowest in those rooms at tonight's conversation, the point, what I want to bring up is, like, you just said a lot of these men don't deserve to be a leader, right? And while
It's
I can
good,
agree
Desiree.
with you about, that's a truth. But the thing is, when those statements get said in those rooms, back to Space's point, when they start talking about how a man ain't even fit to lead, it gives women that ain't shit the ability to speak up like, right. And it's like, well, wait a minute, man. Like, you ain't fit to follow. So it's like, it's like you said, manosphere channels and talking heads, they give voice, they give voices and strength to like you saying, peon dudes.
Really, they give
And the same
voices.
thing with women.
They give voices to the weak.
Yeah, on both sides. Yeah, in both scenarios, they give voices to the weak. It's just like a Democrat conversation. You making people victims, or should I say, it's not your fault your man treating you this way. It's on him, and vice versa. It ain't you, bro. It's your woman. She ain't following you. And back to why I like Miss Kitty, because she's about accountability, not just making it on the man. It's about, we need more context because it could be this and it could be that. Because two things can be true.
Well, that's one thing I don't like about the men. Like, I like listening to the men and listening to what, they feeling and what's going on. But what I have noticed, and I noticed like in comments and different shows, like you said, I guess we talking about pinions, is that who they give a voice to, because you give them these tools, but they not equipped to use the tools, and then they take what they've learned on the surface and just take off with it. And you're not even like that dude. And that makes you like a goofy, toxic, because now you're doing all this. You're not even stable. You're not even this. You're not this. But all of a sudden, somebody is supposed to trust you with their life.
The lady in the video is already a wife, so it's too late.
Agreed.
Well, I just moved over to how I don't like how the manosphere give betas battery packs when they not even qualified to even handle the information that they getting.
And
like, I don't see nothing wrong with the information, but I do think that if the men gonna start addressing that, they do need to address these men that ain't up to par, because you're giving these men all these tools and they using them wrong.
We don't know what
and
men
the other
don't know
side
what
of
other
that
men.
coin is women. The other side of that coin is women that are the same way. Women giving other women the same tools, like Kitty. Kitty's a wife that follows a man that she feels fit to lead her, and she gives advice to women that ain't fit to be like her. And that's pretty much what you're saying about men. Equality is equality. So it's like that, and that's all I'm saying. It's like, it'll be women that ain't fit to follow nobody that'll say, you ain't fit to lead, ma'am, you not fit to follow.
You're not fit to be led.
Right. It's you know what I'm saying? It's the blind leading the blind. But it's the fact that just because somebody can check the man, all the women go, yeah, yeah. And that's what you saying on the flip side of the coin. When the man checks a woman, like the dude that died, it's like,
I'm talking about George
you
Floyd.
get a whole bunch of amen. No.
No, they talking about Kevin Samuels.
You talking about Kevin Samuels?
Yeah, Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels, because he started checking women, you know what I'm saying? It make other guys be like, yeah, it ain't me. It's these women. And it's nigga, it is you. And again, it gives these women to feel like it ain't me. It's these men need to get it's together. And it's no, man, you need to get yours together too. It's both.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases. But then it's a lot of women that's ready and they ain't met the man that's ready, and vice versa. It's men that's ready and they ain't met the woman that's ready. But again, in both cases on that, that's a minority.
Now I think it's more men that's ready than women. I will say that.
That's what?
I think it's more men, just piggybacking off of what Scotty was saying. I think it's more men that's ready to lead and fit to lead than it is women that's fit to follow.
I disagree.
Nah,
because
I agree.
I disagree. I'm telling you, I think it's even because even men that think they know don't know. Cause see, men that think they fit because I got all my boxes. I got bread. I make over $2 million a year. I'm ready to lead somebody. Money don't make you ready to lead.
No.
You gotta have a real solid spiritual foundation and some more stuff. Like I'm telling you, it's a minority. It's a minority because I know married men and their relationships is on the rocks for a reason. Because they ain't
They might
fit
have
to
a wife like
lead.
the
That's
girl in the
why the woman
video.
ain't leading. Well, see, again, man, all right, if we gonna deep dive into that.
What you say,
reality is
Spaces? I
this.
hear you.
They might have a man. They might have a wife like the man in the video.
A woman. But Spaces is assuming that it's the woman's fault. I'm gonna say this: it's always the man's fault. Every sports season, football, basketball, a team goes less than 500 wins, and the coach get what, fellas?
Fired.
Exactly, because he's the what? The leader. Even though your best player went 0 for whatever, right? You still get fired because it's your team. So in a relationship, it's your team, fellas. As the husband, it's your team. If it ain't going right, it's on you, whether you accept it or not. So if he go in the basement and fire himself, so be it. Because if he want that relationship to work, he comes out the basement and he start talking to that lady.
That's all.
But according to Spaces, she ran him in the basement and he don't want to come up out of it. But see, I ain't saying
always
it
blame women
to talk down on the man. He ain't got one
I ain't
yet.
never heard you not blame the woman, Spaces. I don't think, I might be wrong, but I don't know if I ever heard you blame a man.
You might not have heard it, but I definitely do. Like, I think a man that is willing to impregnate a woman and not be willing to take care of a child is the lowest common denominator of man. And anytime I hear a story about that, I go with the man. I definitely do. And in this case, I'm listening to her story. And the lady only talked about what the husband's doing. She didn't talk about what she did. And 19 times out of 20, when a woman leaves out what she did, or she only talks about what the man did, she's the problem. Because she knows that when she's telling people the story, she's going to leave out what she did, because if she includes what she did, then people will understand why he's in the basement.
Anything on this, Jamil?
I mean, the way she told the story was a little sneaky, but she told it her way. If dude was there, he'd have been like, bing, bing, bing. Or guess what? He probably wouldn't even say nothing. He let her live.
So y'all think it's okay to not say anything and let your woman just do whatever, think whatever, feel whatever? That's why I would say it's over. Checked out. Space is saying, I'm talking about, because you said that don't necessarily mean that it's over. It's over.
I'm saying for me, if I'm not talking, I don't want to talk. I ain't got nothing to say.
No, I'm saying the relationship over.
I mean, if it's my place, I'm waiting on her to move out. And I mean, I probably would have 2 words to say, but they'll probably just be like, move out. And sometimes you hoping that you feel better. You hoping that the next day you feel like talking. you hoping you're gonna change how you feel. But I think when you realize in the end, because just like Stoney said, anything that happens in the household, the man getting blamed for, because he is the coach. So if it don't work, it's on the man. If the wife ain't following, it's on the man. I think that the smartest thing to do is sometimes you have to be in that position to go your own way. Yeah, it hurt. You don't want to go your own way. But when you realize what's the movements that you're trying to make not going, and you trying to get the team together, but the team like, I want to do this, you have to sometimes as a coach, you have to step down. You ain't always gonna get fired. Sometimes you got to step down. And in stepping down, you step down with dignity. What I need to blow the house up for and then step down? No. I could put my 2 weeks in. I ain't got to knock all this shit over and then step down. I could quietly just go, this is my 2 weeks. I'm going to head on out. But you know why?
No, the whole point of conversations is nobody knows why, because the man not talking.
If you believe that a man ain't talking, and
I
a woman
believe
don't
it because I lived it.
No, people be knowing.
No, I lived it.
That's
not true.
The absolute majority of the time, when a man shuts down in the way that she described, is after he's tired of having the same conversations.
The conversations ain't had.
But you're speaking from your own experience. You're speaking from your own experience, and you can stand on it, but that's not true.
She's
the
speaking
absolute
from
majority
hers.
of the time.
He lying.
The absolute majority of the, and I'm taking it from a statistical standpoint. The absolute majority of the time, when a man shuts down in the way that she described, is after he's tired of having the same conversations over and over again, and he's done having the same conversations over and over again. Because and if you want to talk about the fact that how one thing that women love to do is to talk. And a lot of times men aren't men of elongated conversations. I've said what I had to say. I don't have anything else to say, but you want to keep this conversation going. And next thing you know, we're going to be sitting here talking about the same thing for 4 hours. No, for him to shut down in the way that he did, she had to be.
So you can be in a meeting at work that your boss make you go to for however many hours and talk and listen and apply, but you can't do that in your relationship.
He's going to work. He's in that meeting because he's getting the money that she's going to complain about him not getting.
No, he in the meeting. He in the meeting because he have to be, because he want to keep his job.
But yes, he has to be at the meeting in order to provide for the household. When
you moving that over. I'm just saying the whole context of it's okay. Just like how y'all use the analogy, a woman to go submit to her boss at work, but won't submit to the man at home. I'm saying it in the same context because you said I don't want to have. I'm having this conversation for 4 hours. If we talking about a lifetime job, but you can go to a meeting, whether you want to be there or not. You engage, you talk, you apply, you listen, you do all that. But you won't do that for the person that you promised to spend the rest of your life with in front of God.
And that's ridiculous to have a simple. Most conversations that happen in relationships and marriages are not conversations that have to last for as long as we're talking about right now in this conversation. You're going to sit and talk. You don't got nothing to do. I got stuff to do.
Some stuff have to be
talked about. Have this conversation.
So how long should it last?
Not 4 hours.
How long should the conversation last?
It depends on how much context goes into the conversation. And if you
see what you, but here's the thing:
when I have conversations, I'm looking at it from a solution-oriented standpoint. This happened. This is what I contributed. This is what you contributed. This is how we're going to move forward in the future. But that's unfortunately that's not how most conversations go, and that's why
supposed to go like that.
To a man going into the basement. It's simple. Jamel said it earlier.
Yeah.
I only stand on about 4 or 5 things. That's it. It doesn't take much to please me. If you overstep on those 4 or 5 things, then we got to come and talk. And he also said, which I also agree with, I'm not a man of many words.
But that's
how
not
long do we got to
true
talk about
this? Lying about
in 4
that. He
hours?
got
You
lots
said
of
the
words.
same thing over and over 6, 7, 8 times. How
What
many
you was
times do I
gonna
need to
say,
say this for
Stoney?
you to understand it?
Do
Stoney, were you
Jamel?
I was
saying
just
something?
saying, yeah, I was just saying. I mean, I was telling Spaces that like you making a mistake trying to talk logical to a woman. That just doesn't make sense. Because most of the time, women ain't. When a woman tells you a story, she just wants you to hear the story. She don't even want like she not looking for a solution. So when you turn around and offer a solution, you just ruin the whole conversation.
What?
So we're just going to adhere to our emotions for the whole time?
Yeah, you supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
But you just supposed to ask what happened.
Forget that. We're gonna
Yeah,
have a
like
conversation, and I'll give you some
you can't
time.
tell her you
But
handled
after
that
that, like
wrong.
I'm
You
not
should
gonna
have
sit
did
there.
this or that.
I got stuff to do.
Ain't gonna work.
Most of
If,
the
if,
time,
if you want
y'all
if you want somebody to sit here and talk to you for as long as you want to talk, you need to be with a woman.
Right. But Nikki just said basically in so many words, a man should be sacrificing the way he sacrifices at work. You sit through a meeting that you don't want to be in, but you can't do it with the woman you love. It's like, okay, well, see, that's a two-way street. What is the sacrifice that a woman does? Give me an example. You're a woman. Give me an example of sacrifices a woman goes through that should make a man sacrifice listening to a want conversation.
On top of that,
a lot of
meetings at
women
work
have
don't
to
last.
sacrifice through horrible sex lives. That is traumatic. Penises that won't get hard. Men that's not emotional. Men that don't want not emotional. Men that don't want to be engaged. They probably not working. They probably just working. I mean, it's a lot of things that women have to sacrifice through that we'll never tell you guys.
See what I'm saying? So listen to what you just said. Like to
That's
every
to
man, any
protect you
man
though.
listening, this don't protect nobody. Because here's
Yes,
the
it
thing.
do, because men are
you're protecting a man,
y'all
but
be
you
acting like
lose
y'all not sensitive and y'all feelings don't be getting hurt, but they do. You tell a man that you're not like
about that.
this and that,
Lord,
then it'll never work again.
Listen. No work meeting is lasting 4 hours. We're gonna have this 30-minute meeting, this 10-minute, 15, 20, maybe an hour meeting, and then we're gonna get back to work because we got stuff
4
to do.
hours. I never said 4 hours.
You didn't disagree.
I don't
either.
talk much either, and I don't feel like doing all that either. I'm just, for the sake of conversation, if we want to talk about less words, like if I feel that somebody ain't feeling me or they ain't talking to me and they checked out on me, guess what happens? The same energy. It's like that's nothing to me. Like if you're gonna treat me a certain kind of way or not treat me no kind of way, I have no issues returning the favor. It don't make me no difference. You want to turn up on me, I will turn up on you. So that's just what it is. So y'all can say all this stuff and do all the fluff, but at the end of the day, she better than me because I wouldn't be up on that mic telling me, how can I get him out the basement? No, I wouldn't. I would let his ass stay down there until the fuck he left. And that's what it is.
And this is where
because why would I be begging a man to open their damn mouth when they open it any other time? Why would I be begging a man to love me and do all this and talk to me when you've already, like you said, conversations have been had? And so what I find from y'all a lot of the times is that y'all just be like, listen to me and dismiss the fact of what a woman is saying. And I'm not all the way convinced that's real no more. I'm not doing that. I'm not believing it. I'm gonna say yes, women are fucked up. We got bad attitudes, a whole 9 yards. But if we just keep it in 100.
But
now I don't know what kind of women, and that could be me. That could be my masculine side. Whatever. It could be a protection thing. At the end of the day, I'm not going to be sitting around wondering why you won't talk to me when I know I ain't did shit wrong.
Well, and that's the problem. That's you are making yourself look more and more like the woman in the video. You know you ain't did nothing wrong, so he just decided to up and go in the basement because you did nothing.
No, it could be for a multitude of reasons. But it could be reasons that could be fixable. But if you're not going to open your mouth about it, I'm not. No, if you can't talk or if you can't say what, put it like this.
The hypocrisy.
I don't respect people who can't open their mouth and talk and they just do what they do. Like you retreat, you go in the closet.
But you just
people will
said
never
you can't
have to
open
wonder
your mouth
what's in my
to
brain.
save his feelings.
Huh? What you say?
How does that work? You just said you just said you will suffer through poor intimacy and won't say nothing to him about it to save his feelings, right?
Yeah, but that's not what the man doing.
Not communicating something. Well, ain't no but. That's how you know. How do you know that?
Well, first of all, a lot of times in them
said,
situations, a man can't even fix that. So what's the point of bringing it up?
He can't save your feelings, but you can save his.
You can't make a penis bigger. So what's the point of bringing it up? You can't make it hard. What's the point of bringing it up?
You knew it was like that before you got married.
Maybe it wasn't always like that.
Exactly.
So it shrank? What?
And
what
I ain't talking about
here?
me. I'm just saying in general. A lot of women go through this. When I hear women complain about the stuff that they suffer, that y'all saying suffer through, quote unquote, it be things like that. The video games, they sit up, they do nothing, all of that. So it ain't just women. It's back to Sconey's point. The coach is not a good coach.
The player is also not a good player, more often than not.
Yeah, but the coach is supposed to be training.
Exactly.
More often than not, the player is not a good player.
If they listen, if they take the coaching, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Everybody that played for Phil Jackson didn't get a championship. But if you're proving yourself not to be a good
coach, then why would you keep listening? And why do men have so much pride that everything got to be your way, whether you good at it or not? Some things should be delegated. Some people better at some stuff than others. Everything can't just be one person's way because that person might not even know how to operate in that.
So are we using the work analogy or not? Because you're not gonna negotiate these things with your manager. You're not gonna negotiate.
No, my manager trained me when I got there.
Yeah, but the problem what the conversation we're having right now is
everybody doesn't pick up on training.
These niggas ain't good training, so they're not good trainers. It's a lot of.
There's more employees that leave a job than managers that leave a job. If we're gonna continue that analogy, there's more people that are revolving door. Let's just say cashiers, for the sake of conversation. One particular place of employment sees more cashiers than they do managers.
That's probably because the manager's trash.
Because people aren't good employees. people they're good interviewers. They make them sound.
A lot of people, I think, people leave jobs because of a lot of times, I believe, because of management and things like that. They don't like the way the management is, the way the company run, or whatever the case may be. You
didn't know that when you signed up? It's in a job description.
No, because people be doing a representative.
Your job expectations are in the job description.
And
you know what kind of man you're getting into, what you're expecting to live the rest of your life with before you get married.
Yeah, people change though. I've changed. People change. Everybody change. I think you're supposed to grow together. So, because people change. If you've been with somebody 30, 50, them couples that have been together 30 and 50 years, you think they the same people they was when they first got married, or even in the middle of their marriage? You think they made it to be together 50 years with no tribulations, trials, arguments, conversations? The difference with their marriages is nobody went in the basement and not said shit.
No, the leader was always respected.
That's not always true.
That's not always true, bro.
Okay.
We
She
don't
said it
speak
right
in
the first
absolute.
time.
If people want respect,
She said
they
it right
need
the
to
first
earn
time.
respect.
What she said is a
And that's
fact.
woman
What she
or
said is
man.
factual.
So people,
If I
both
would,
man and woman, need to learn respect and earn respect.
I would hope that you already respected him before you got married to him. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but I'm saying once we get past that, because now you keep saying that people change. People change throughout marriages and just period in life. You
Right.
should.
You should, even though you change as a person, you should still respect the person that you're married to, though.
Not if they're doing unrespectable things.
In this situation, all we talking about is a man going to the basement. You lose respect for
That's
him
not
because
an
he goes to the
all.
basement?
That if we're talking about, that's not an all. That's a big thing. That's a big deal.
I'm saying, and according to how she presented the conversation, all he did was go to the basement. So she
I
loses
feel like
respect.
I feel like she gave a little bit more context. Let me see something.
He said he didn't speak more than 2 words till it went to the
I
basement.
know, but I feel like she said something before she got to that part.
She never said she went down there and talked to him.
I ain't gonna talk to his ass either. Shit. Why the fuck would I go chasing you again? You retreated from me.
So it sounds
Get your shit
this is
together.
proof that women's till death do us part is definitely it's definitely conditional.
He the one retreated. She's still in the house. Based off old boy, he waiting on her to leave. Just so he could say, and you can have your talking point. Most of these women left anyway.
Yeah, until we think
the only way he's
fact
waiting
that,
to leave is if it's his house.
Until we factor in the fact that one of the main reasons women leave is irreconcilable differences.
Well, yeah, that's true too. But this isn't irreconcilable. This is considered irreconcilable. It ain't cheating. No, we don't know that. But let me see. Let's just see what she said right quick. I feel like she said a little bit, not a lot, but.
For a married man to retreat to solitude when conversations get tough for months.
What's happening?
Okay. So she said when conversations get tough. So these are conversations.
In that solitude.
He would go to the basement.
And you'll have no interaction during that time.
Not even 2 words.
The only place I can hide.
Right. So she just said tough conversations.
Tough conversations sound like arguments, do they not?
Facts.
No, they sound like they intense.
Why would it be
she say tough? Now I will say this: most of the time, if a woman's saying tough conversations, she probably turned up a little bit of nagging or something. I will give y'all that. Or they just don't want to talk about.
I don't want to argue with you. I don't want. You want to argue. I'm not about to argue with you. I'm finna go in the basement.
That's fine too. But yeah, anything else on this? I don't have nothing else on it.
I just have to reiterate this. I've said it a few times. If it's gotten to the point where a man is retreating for months at a time in the basement, it's not because he just up and decided to. He dropped his burger on the ground and he's going to stay in the basement for 2 months. 9 times out of 10, 19 out of 20 is because his wife is nagging him to the point where he just doesn't want to talk to her, and conversations that she's talking about are hard or difficult are going nowhere.
I guess. And I could believe you. They probably not going nowhere because people, men and women, are stubborn. Any last words on this, Scotty Lee?
I'm gonna just say what you said to reiterate your point. The only time any successful marriage or anything, any success in anything, only happens because you stay the course.
Yep.
That's the only difference in every relationship that's successful versus the ones that's not. It was two people that stayed the course and they figured it out.
I think people
Bottom
give up.
line.
Even if you're talking about Tim, because he told us before, and they've been married a long time. He said they used to fight, argue all the time. All the time. He said he's been trashed before and she's been bitchy before. So they just decided not to give up. So, what about you, Lee?
Hey, I only have one position in a relationship, so I feel like if you ain't got trust for me, you know, I ain't got to be there.
What you mean one position? You be needing to elaborate. Like you would say these one word things, but won't like tell us what you mean.
Like for example, a lot of times, or I just say in relationships that I've had relationships or I've dated to where you found out that the woman you dating has never trusted a man. You know what I mean? And you be like, oh, you've never trusted a man? Okay, I understand. But in your head, you know, her the only way she gonna trust me is if I just do everything she say. And a lot of times that's not gonna work.
That's a messed up thought process. That's not real. Have you thought about maybe she haven't trusted a man because men have done a lot of shit to her or took her through a lot of shit? You ain't thought about that's not a thing.
But she chose
that's my
those
problem.
men.
Y'all act like that's not a thing.
But when you choose those men, what am I supposed to do?
It ain't about choosing. Most of the time, you don't find these things out till later.
It's definitely about choosing.
No, you find these things out later. And I'm talking about, when I'm talking about just based off of when you said, when you dating these women and you find out she never trusted a man, it could have been her uncle molested her. It could have been one of them beat her. It could have been one of them cheated on her all the time. So it could be a lot of reasons she don't trust a man.
I understand that.
So you can't just dismiss it and be like,
the
only way she gonna trust me is if I do everything she say.
No, because what happens is this. They only bring up I'm not used to trusting a man when it's time to trust a man. They don't bring it up when if somebody go, I need $300 or $400, and you come with the $300 and $400, they don't bring it up then.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
Why would they need to bring that up?
What I'm saying is, when they ask me for something and I provide what they ask for, it's not brought up.
Because now I can trust you to do what you say you're gonna do because you provided that
what
thing.
I'm saying is once a man starts providing, he asks for other type of things. And I ain't talking about sex either. I'm talking about he asks for, hey, maybe no, that's not true.
That's the problem. That's the problem. You make it the only time these conversations, what he's saying is the only time this conversation comes up about not trusting a man is when it's times of discourse. It's
like
times of argument.
I give you an example. I was dating a young lady, and she was talking about just brakes and rotors on her car, right? Now I never drove her car, and she was like, I need $350 for brakes and rotors. Now this young lady don't have no kids, and she worked full time. And I said I got $150 on it, and I'm being nice. And she was like, and I said, well, when you need the $350? She was like, I need it right now. No, I got $150. And she was like, I can't ask you for $350. And I was like, I mean, you just did. And I just said, look, I brought up that when we was I brought up that I watched her spend $150 at the weed store. And this was about not even 4 days ago. So if you needed brakes and rotors, how you spending $150 on weed?
Man, hey,
And
Jamil, you
yes,
better
sir.
than me. You better than me.
Facts.
That has been a conversation I'd have never had. I'm listening to the story as it
I'm
goes.
being nice.
When you said you saw, no, I ain't fuck that. You being dumb. You being dumb, in my opinion, respectfully, my brother. Because you just said she did some dumb shit, and you're giving dumb shit money back. You're rewarding bad behavior. Mm-mm. I would
Let her
have,
suffer.
what's the word? Ghosted her. I would have been like, call me back. Let me move some shit around. Call me back. And I'm gonna let you deal with yourself.
And
Cause you got
that's the thing,
issues
man.
that I
You
can't
got
fix.
If he's screwing her, then he should be able to help her with weed or breaks. Either way.
Well,
Just look at it like you
might
just
as well
got her
just
some weed.
pay for the sex. I bought some sex then.
He broke it up. What'd you say?
I said, nah, he doesn't need to pay for the sex.
No, because y'all don't like that. It's too transactional. It seems like a prostitute.
It's the same thing. It's either it's one single transaction or multiple transactions. It's the same thing.
No, I just think if you in a relationship and dealing with somebody and y'all like that, you should be able to help her. So
ain't nothing wrong with helping.
Well, that's if you're in a relationship. If I know that you're making bad decisions with your money, but yet you're asking or insinuating that you want me to help you, then I'm not doing it.
That's not help.
And this is one of the main issues that I've learned with listening to women talk. They only learn from their mistakes or their bad decisions when they're suffering from said bad decisions. Like they won't learn that they need to be better stewards over their money until their car breaks down and they got to Uber every day to work. Or because of the Ubers that they got to take, now they might not make the rent. They only learn when they're suffering from the repercussions of their bad decision. So that would have been the moment like, all right, oh man, I'm sorry. I hope you figure it out.
Yeah,
I ain't got it. And this is from the standpoint of a woman that I'm not in a relationship with.
No,
because when it comes to relationship, I don't know what it means to chill when it comes to doing for the person that I care about. But if we ain't in a relationship,
right?
No, we was in a relationship. That's why she got the conversation.
Help.
That's what I'm gonna say. I thought y'all was dating in a relationship.
It was in a relationship. That's why she got the conversation. The conversation was, you have to. It's not that she got to be. I ain't saying she got to do everything by herself, but you can't play me silly. So I'm gonna talk to you why I feel like I feel. I didn't just I didn't just shut up talking to her. I walked her through it.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this. That's what you do with your children.
You gotta walk
y'all
them
said
through.
women are
that's
children,
what you do with your children.
Look,
some are.
Because here's the thing, like think about it. Think about if you have to ask your woman for $350 to get some brakes and rotors. Now, most likely she might give it to you, but you better have borrow in front of that motherfucker.
I don't know.
When I'm getting my money, because if you give it to her, it's a straight gift. Girl, my man got my brakes and rotors fixed. He dumb, he ain't even drove that car.
That don't even make sense.
I mean, it don't make sense to you.
No.
You just said my man got my brakes and rotors. Like what?
What I'm saying
wrong
is,
with that?
I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. But let's say he needs.
If she was messing with a man that wasn't helping her, y'all would call her stupid too.
We talking about what kind of help she's supposed to do?
Whatever help come up. Now I ain't saying like no needy ass person. I'm just saying regular shit. Breaks come up. Why it's wrong to help? Now,
So
if she did some dumb stuff, yeah, I do.
So let me say something. Let me say something. It's one thing to need just brakes. It's a whole nother thing to need brakes and rotors, because most likely you've been driving on bad brakes until you needed rotors
for a long time.
Meaning you've been through this.
That's what he just described. See, that's what I'm saying. He just described the.
That's all I'm saying. Remember, I said I never drove her car. I never drove her car.
It's because you didn't have to. You have a car.
What I'm saying is, when somebody needs brakes and rotors, that means you've been driving on them brakes for a long time. You can get some brakes done for $60 to $100. It only start hitting $350 till you need rotors. So you ain't give a fuck until it really start affecting you driving.
And your priority.
That's what most women do when it comes to cars. They don't really know.
No.
And I also think that's a man's responsibility to be up on that stuff too. Like I don't think. I agree. People just different because when I grew up, the man, he kept the woman car clean. He washed it or took it to the car wash. All that type of goofy, hard, nasty shit men did. So if you was that coach, you got your eye on the ball. Even if you roll with her, you should know something wrong with the brakes.
When did you see that?
When you took the car to go get it washed for her.
When did you see it?
I said when you took the car to get it washed for her. If you'd have done that, you'd have known something was wrong with the brakes.
We just some slaves for y'all, ain't we?
There ain't no slaves because we slaves too. That's not a slave. Y'all got certain requirements that y'all spout out all the time that y'all want from us.
Hold on.
But y'all trying to retreat from the requirement.
Spaces. All that shit fine and dandy. She talking about old school gender roles. See, that's the hypocrisy. Men got to go back to the old school gender roles, but women can be modern women.
I don't think
the insanity that I'm talking about. That's what makes men go in the basement.
So do you feel like
he ain't got no emotional intelligence and he don't watch my car?
So what old school gender roles you trying to go to?
Because
I think they all need to come back.
We talking about you.
I said I think they all need to come back.
A woman spending $100 in
who are you talking to? Me or Scony?
I'm talking to you.
I'm talking to you.
Right. I think first of all, women need to be back home, making sure the kids raised up right. We need to start training our small ones up so they can be the women that the way it used to be.
We ain't talking about what a woman do for kids.
I'm talking. You asked me a question.
We talking about for the man. We ain't talking about no kids.
We talking about gender roles. Right. Gender roles. What women used to do. Be at home, rear the kids, keep the house clean, cook. Not have to go to work and do all of that. That was her work. But now women got to go to work and come back and be expected to do all the same shit.
So when did black women have to work?
Ask me a question.
When did black women not have to work though? I'm asking that.
It was plenty of black women didn't have to work.
When?
What are you talking about?
When?
It was plenty of black women that didn't have to work.
They was working, fam. Black women always worked.
That's not
they
true.
were working. They were complaining about their
black women moms. Y'all not finna act like we was just so downtrodden that we just all. Yes, the poor did. Yes, pick up. It's always gonna be work. If we talking about, and if she did, it was stuff she did at home. She made stuff. She washed the neighbors' clothes. She did stuff like that. She wasn't dropping the kids off and clocking in to somebody's job. She was doing stuff for neighborhoods, creating up another pathway, but still at home and able to take care of the house.
That's not true. Women were working too. Women complained about their feet hurting from walking back and forth to the bus stop and all that stuff too. They were working as well.
No, that was once they kicked all the men out.
Did you see the movie The
Butler? I'm talking about before they kicked the men out.
Did you see the movie The Butler? That was before they kicked the men out.
Before they kicked the men out.
The butler worked for the president, and his woman still had to work.
Well,
and we talking about the lower.
Okay, so if a woman still got to work, then why is she expected? So you can't have it both ways. Then you either want gender roles and be the leader and do what you got to do, create that space for her to be that woman you need her to be, or she got to go to work too, and y'all got to split the shit. Like you can't expect a woman to fucking be all happy and soft and all this when she done worked 8 hours just like you. But the difference is when she come home, she's not done working, and you expect her not to be done. Meanwhile, y'all go somewhere and sit your ass down somewhere, not doing a goddamn thing. No, if you want that type of life, you create a space for your woman not to have to go fucking clock in.
And then you turn around and complain about them being at work all the time.
Huh?
And then you turn around and complain about them being at work all the time.
Ooh, I ain't never complained about nobody being at work.
No, because see, we don't like to mind these conversations out.
I'm talking about logical people, realistic people.
Man, hold on. If a man is going to work 40 hours, she's going to work for 40 hours. In order for her to feel safe at home, he has to make the income that is theirs combined. That would mean he have to work 80 hours a week to provide for the household. And now he's too tired to come home and too tired to be with family, too tired to be with you. And now he's like, oh, I don't. You don't spend enough time with me. I won't leave for irreconcilable differences. No, that it's nothing new under the sun. Women have always worked, and
okay, well then always know that you ain't the only leader in the household. If a woman got to work and do all that, I would argue that she got more work doing. She lead the house. It's her house.
If you believe this, then you don't believe that a woman is a housemaker in the way that a lot of people like to say.
I'm not letting you get away with that tonight, Spaces.
No,
she got to do everything, including the other stuff.
Y'all love to say that like a man legitimately in most cases just goes to work in the same way that a woman does, comes home and drinks a beer and just sits on the couch.
Literally,
the whole time. No, stop it.
Literally,
stop it.
Literally,
if that's the case, then women,
that's what they do.
If that's the case, women did not stay at home and work all the time. Literally. Women,
okay,
if that's the case, women always work.
But then you just can't complain that you want to be the main leader, but you're not doing all the leading. If she got to do the same, if she got to do the same thing you doing and some, then I run this shit. How about
if he's the leader? If he's your husband, and the husband is the designated leader,
if I got to do the same shit,
regardless,
plus some, and then some, and fuck you, and try to be cute, and do all this. It's my fucking house. You damn right.
Okay, then if that's the case, then why don't you take the same idea up with your manager? Because your manager don't be doing nothing. Why are you doing all the work?
See the difference between me and other people's spaces. I do take it up with my manager.
But your manager ain't gonna do the same work that you do, does he?
And I do it all the time, and I keep my foot on all their neck. They know I don't care.
You're jumping in and out when you're using yourself in this conversation. We're talking about the absolute majority.
Because you the one said you don't do that to your boss at work, and I said that's a damn lie. Yes, I do.
I was using that general. I said you, but I was using that generally. I don't speak to anybody specifically. Oh, so generally speaking, that's not what happens. While a person is out doing all the work, flipping the burgers, cleaning the bathrooms, doing whatever it is around the building, they're doing all that work, and the manager is sitting in their office not doing nothing. But you don't take that up with the manager, do you? They don't take that up with the manager, do they? And if they do, the manager still ain't gonna come out of that office. So which analogy are we going to adhere to? Because we're jumping in and out.
No, I'm
regardless,
not.
The manager husband, he's still the leader as what comes with his position.
Not if he ain't leading.
If we want to talk chess, the king sits
the leader if he's not leading.
One spot at a time. The king moves in one spot at a time on the chessboard while the queen is moving all around it. And you want to complain about your role?
I ain't complaining about nothing, because I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. If you not create a space for me to be this woman, this magical woman that you want me to be, then I don't know what to tell you, brother. Like I'm not. That's no, that's not real, and that's not right.
You know,
y'all operating out of old stuff, but y'all don't want to create the space for that to happen, and that's all I'm saying. Like even if the space, because people actually could live off of one income if they scaled it down and didn't want to have all this extravagant shit. People could live off one income, especially a couple with maybe one baby or something like that. They absolutely can. And it is way more beneficial for a woman to be at home, making sure the schools don't indoctrinate your damn kids, making sure she can stay cute, stay energized, drink water, fucking plant flowers, and create a home and a space for you to come sit your ass down at and do nothing the rest of the night because you worked all day.
I just Googled, did women work before 1968 in America? It says, yes, women worked extensively before 1968.
Since World War I, women been working. And
right. So before that, though, it was better.
You mean over 100 years ago? World War I was 1914.
I mean, y'all still be hollering about as a black man. So, yeah, we can talk about 100 years ago.
As a black man, what?
Men don't use that phrase generally. That's women.
I heard it on TV all the time as a black man. I've heard Jamel use that before.
Yeah, it worked.
Like, come on, man.
Like, I remember going to work, bro. I remember going to work and they was like, hey, would you wear this chicken suit outside? I was like, why would you ask me that as a black man? Would I wear a motherfucking chicken suit?
I've heard you say as a black man, it's been harder for you to get jobs before. I've heard you say that on this show.
I stood on that, though.
No, Spaces said black men don't say that.
So well, I said generally speaking, but you cut me off when I said that part.
They say it all on TV.
If you say if you hear the phrase as a black person 100 times, how many times would you say a black man uses it versus a black woman?
Women say it all the time.
The whole Democratic
man, come on, what are we talking about here?
Man,
but
now you just talking about Democrats.
But all I'm saying,
that shit is.
All I say is this.
I say as a man, I don't gotta put the black on. That don't make no sense.
I got it. I got it. And I now on things I say, I stand by what I said. Not
I'm
trying
just saying y'all be talking about we be hypocritical. Y'all be on some other stuff too. So we're not gonna do that. Not tonight.
I ain't really going
be on some men be on some other stuff. Men be emotional and they act like big babies.
But you know what's funny?
But they ask for emotions.
Who?
Women.
I ain't asked you to act like no damn baby and be whining.
But you can't have both. You just
nobody. I didn't ask. Nobody asked for that. I've heard women. Yes, they want emotion, but I don't think they know what they asking for.
Exactly.
Be careful what you ask for, ladies.
See, the thing of it is if you say something and you want to talk about something, they gonna call you sassy. If you don't say nothing, they say you don't care. I'd rather just not say nothing. That's just my take on it. You could try to have a conversation with a woman all you want to. She gonna dish you.
That's not true.
For this is for the United States made sure that women stayed working so they can get income tax, not just from the men, but from the women. That's facts, Snow Bunny.
Absolutely. Right. That's why when they went to war, they went to work. They went to work. But once they figured out what they could do, they kept it going. Once they figured out, like, oh, and men it should only be one vote in the house. I still think I believe that. I believe there should be one vote. The man go vote.
But how you believe it's only one vote in the house, but you want your vote?
I just said I will forfeit my vote to get the 92% not to vote ever again.
No,
I will make that sacrifice.
I'm talking about you said you since you do more in the house, you the leader.
No, I was just talking shit there, but I was just giving you an analogy.
But no, but
I was giving you the reality of how that feels. See, y'all never do all that shit.
The house
so it don't matter. You will never know it because you'll never do it.
The house is really your playground. You do run the
house. Not if I'm at work.
Even if you at work, you run the house. The house is your
house. No, you don't, because you got men that want to run the house. They want to run the paint on the walls. They want to run what job you have. They want to run what you got on. They want to run how you drive. They want to run while you turn the corner this way. They want to run everything. Everything you do, they got something to say. So no, that is not true. Men just be wanting to prove a point and assert their dominance where it's not needed.
A lot of times.
And that's where them opinions come from. They be listening to their red pill stuff and they not equipped to handle the information.
Like I said, certain times it has to be a no. We're gonna do it this way.
But what if that way stupid?
Well, let me ask a question. Did you ever have
You're
a
not
man?
the leader. You don't make that decision.
Oh, let me get
You
this
ain't
out.
finna keep leading me into no burning hole.
Have you ever had a man?
Till death do us part is conditional.
I mean, I don't know. We talking about these regular people.
Have
we ain't
you
talking
ever
about
had
people
a
that
man
care about none of that? Huh?
you felt like you could follow?
Say that one more time.
Have you had a man that you felt like you could follow?
Yeah. Maybe. I married him. So if I didn't feel like that, I wouldn't have married him. But people change. So
there we go.
Mostly men.
But you said you changed.
That's a lie.
Men
Y'all
do
have
change.
y'all change at least every month.
Men do change.
We
But you know
changed for
what?
sure, but she said mostly men. What?
No, you know how it is, man. Don't look. People get comfortable. They like what they like, and they stay with it.
No, I think a lot of people, honestly, though, on a serious note, and this gonna be my last take on this, and I'm gonna be for real. I think a lot of the problem is that both parties, we get into these relationships, mainly we talking about marriage at this point, and nobody knows shit. And everybody think they know everything. And that's the problem. We didn't see it. And I'm talking about mainly the Black community. We barely saw that. So it's hard to gauge how does that actually look.
How does it work?
Yeah, how it work, how it looks. So that's my last take on that, just for the overall broader, keeping it just serious and 100. I think most of us, we screwed up. And we didn't just get screwed up. That's why all these conversations popping up now. We literally trying to get back. God is doing a hard reset. And everybody trying to get back to what's right, but we don't know how to do it. So that's why I always go back to sometime I'm like, maybe we done and we need to start over by raising our children with these values and all these things we're talking about. We need to start teaching our daughters early how to be respectful to men, be a wife, but the dads also have to be that first man in their life so they'll even know what that looks like. And we got to start raising our boys to be leaders. But most of them sassy, which means we probably got to grow our own food because they putting it in the food, I believe.
And it's, you know what's funny to me?
They putting gay in the food.
Well, no, lowering like testosterone and all levels.
It's what it is a lot of the food
Estrogen.
this is what happens. A lot of the food causes visceral fat. And this is fat that's around organs, but this is also on slim people, right? After you get 1 pound of visceral fat, that starts turning testosterone into estrogen, because your testosterone blockers, I could really go deep into this, but I'm not. But I'll just say this, it changes, and it's not, I don't believe they did it on purpose, because all they really did was they said, we're going to take the fat out of the food, and they added sugar, because sugar is fat-free, but what it does to the body is it sends mixed signals when you eat it. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird. But I don't want to go no deeper in that. But it's just a weird situation. So yeah, the food does have a big deal in going on, and also the food also has a big deal in the behaviors that you're seeing from the kids as a whole.
I believe I believe a lot of it is orchestrated, and it's been going on since probably before we was.
And I want y'all to understand, all of these children in America are having the same problems because they all are hurt by the same food for the majority, and we getting this food from the grocery store.
So yeah,
but that's another story, another topic.
Yeah. Anybody else before we end this live?
That's why I'm growing my avocado tree right now.
That's a good thing to grow, bro.
Yeah. I used to try to grow tomatoes and all that kind of stuff when I was able to live a softer life. Grass, I had sunflowers, I baked cakes, I decorated them, I fixed cabinets. I did a lot of stuff.
Didn't you get your degree to go to work?
No.
So you just got a degree
I
to
went
go
to work because I had to go to work to help out.
That's good.
I got the degree because I didn't want a regular job. I wanted a career. If I had to work, I didn't want to be like standing up and fucking wiping brass down with Brasso.
So you got your degree, right?
So listen, you remember so Spaces in Sconey, the hotel, River City, right? You know that long hallway that we walked down? I took a job working there overnight, wiping all that brass down and vacuuming that long ass floor. I almost died.
3 months.
Died.
Why you trying to downplay it, Jamel?
That's all it takes, Jamel.
Like I said,
that's what I don't understand. Well, I mean, I don't want to prolong the conversation. I was understand if that's what's necessary for the house.
Snow Bunny Bag Chaser. We loved having you too.
Hey, I like your points. I want to hear your points though, for real.
Yeah, you ever want to hop on? Just let me know. We do guest pat people. We hop on her every Thursday night, 8:15.
And so if you don't have to, I think Snow Bunny. I think she prefers to be in the chats more than on camera, at least for now.
I like her in the chat.
No, she got some opinions.
She be on the morning show.
The thing. She really got some opinions that make you think. I want to think about I don't mind.
Say that again, Jamil.
I said she has opinions that make you think. That's why she would add a lot of value. Because here's the thing. Today, we beat your ass, Nikki. And it wasn't nothing you could do about it.
I don't think so.
Only person
you ain't changed. You ain't changed nothing about how I think.
That's stubbornness.
Some people think they can change your mind. I know I can't. So I don't even have to worry about it.
It ain't about changing my mind because you also know I'm always listen to points, but if they making sense, but I'm not going to keep letting y'all get away with acting like women is the problem or the only problem. I'm gonna say right now,
nobody said that though.
Yes, nobody that's how it happened. That's how y'all talk.
We was talking about the one situation.
No, but that evolved into other conversations. Don't act like we just stayed on that basement.
And that's why you think nobody can change your mind, or that's
can I say something?
Change your mind.
Can I say something?
Because we never said that. We never said men are innocent of anything. We were just talking about that particular conversation.
You know how men know? For real?
I don't think y'all know too much.
Hold on. Spaces, Sconey. Hold on. Wait. How many times have you been talking to a woman and she goes on and on? She goes on and on about her previous relationship, and you listening to it, and you already go, then but you trying to smash, so you ain't saying nothing, but you like, he told her. You know what I'm saying? You thinking like, oh, she ain't hear him.
Most women are in their own way of getting the results that they want. So, as life and age progresses, I'm trying not to be that way. I'm aiming, let me not say try, I'm aiming to not be that way. But as we progress in life, as we get older, we get more and more stuck in our ways. We get more and more stubborn in the way that we want to think. So
I'm definitely more in my ways now. But I feel
now,
like
I will say, Jamel, because you keep saying, like, when you hear women talk about past relations, you just can't judge off of that, because certain women operate differently with different men.
I don't judge them, because I said I'm trying to get to them. But what I'm saying is,
I ain't saying judge. I'm saying, like, the first one you was like, I forgot the first analogy you used, and you're like, if she's saying she don't trust men, well, that means she already knows she didn't trust that one.
no,
Maybe she'll
that's
trust you. Because if she didn't trust men at all, she wouldn't be trying to date them.
Sometimes you just think they hungry or something. I don't know. But I guess
sometimes we do be hungry. So that's just the truth.
It's actually amazing what food does for women, though.
Not for me. I don't have a relationship with food like that, but you couldn't get me to go nowhere that I didn't want to be trying to take me to get something to eat. That's just not gonna work.
So you just want to do your own thing then?
No, I just don't have a relationship with food like most people do. I eat to live. I don't live to eat. So bribing me with food would never work.
But you said bribing you with food. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't go with somebody just because I wouldn't, because I don't. That's not my thing with food. So before we go, this be over 2 hours. Anything, Sconey, last points or not?
He probably his cellular connection probably went down. That's funny.
His phone died at the right moment.
That's perfect.
That's funny. Yeah, Snow Bunny. I can't. Even when even when I eat or try, I get sick just at the thought of certain foods. Some stuff I look at foods and I'm like, that look like a heart attack waiting to happen. They had them advertisements up, making you think it's gonna entice you on the billboard with the cheese running down. They done threw onion rings on there and they do all this, and most people would drive by and be like, ooh, and I'd be like, ugh.
So. Can you be bribed with food, Jamel?
No, not good food.
I mean, I'm not saying like you just go your eyes closed and you just hand her your wallet. I'm just saying like she cooked good food and you're like, okay, this was actually good. I want to do something for her.
I mean, I could be bribed with cooked food. I think
any man could be bribed with that.
Cooked food is different,
whether he like you or not. I think just the effort on you doing that.
I want to test. You're gonna test out any woman that says she's gonna cook for you.
So, yeah, because it ain't a lot of them out here.
Tell you how good her noodles is. What?
Oh, I make good noodles.
I mean, yeah. See what I'm saying?
Get some ground beef, cook it up, chop some onions up, some soy sauce. The seasoning on there, baby. When I say it hit different. I be feeling like I'm in Asia.
So that about the 11 minutes she spent making that meal. Now she just completed in the house because she
actually it takes
11 minutes.
And my kids love it.
But some people live the life where they ain't really have to cook that much because food was brought home to them after the dude got off work. What y'all want to eat? All right, I'll bring it home.
Oh, she been working all day. She ain't got time to cook.
Yeah, all right.
Stop it.
Shit, I got off later than you. All right. With that being said,
on average, women work less hours than men. What are we talking about here?
Nah, she work more hours than me now. But we both don't be doing shit at work.
No, that's a day. I don't know what the fuck you be doing. I work. And I work my ass off. So that's a damn lie.
Yeah, they watching. I work my ass off too then.
Whether they watching or not, if I didn't work, I wouldn't have a job and we wouldn't be getting paid.
I'm glad you getting
the
paid.
people that the employees there. I have
All
to
right,
do.
Snow Bunny, good seeing you.
All
He
right. Good
definitely
night.
worked harder than me, but all right, y'all. Oh, you gotta do the final.
All right. Well, yeah, that's it. So once again, don't forget, like, share this live. Let everybody know we be here Thursday night live with my co-host. I'm just another brown girl in America, your favorite auntie. And we
I
like
need
having
10 followers,
different
y'all.
type
Help
of
me out.
conversations.
I need 10
Yeah,
followers
everybody
on
go
YouTube
follow.
so I can name the show.
If you on here, go follow Jamel. He's trying to get his channel going so he can link the show to his channel, start doing some content. And if he want to tell you what it'll be about, he can, or y'all could just wait and see.
Hey, Miss Nikki, read Snow Bunny last comment.
You've been trying to end this for a minute. I appreciate the grind. You got. I have. They don't let me end. I try. I said this show was gonna be an hour tonight, Snow Bunny. Nope. I should have known once I put that video up of that girl, they was gonna try to come for me.
No, that wasn't like that.
No, it's all good. I love it though. But yeah, that's about it. I'm just another brown girl in America trying to make common sense out of this not so common world. With that being said, bye.